Yeah, I mean, the difference in the ball game was really the pitching. I think we walked them twice and struck them out 15 times. I think they walked us 9 times, struck us out 5. I think they hit us 5 times, and we scratched a couple runs across in the 5th and 6th. Those were big, but really the big swing was Cahill's 0-2 after seeing 0-2 count. Saw a couple off-speed pitches and tried to slip a fastball by him, and he smoked it into the gap for three quick RBIs. And all of a sudden we got a 4-run lead, so gave us a chance to relax a little bit. And Gage Wood was really good for 4 innings. Threw right at it the max, about what we wanted him to throw. We wanted him to stay just under 60 if possible. And but I thought he was really good. Struck out 9. I don't think any walks. Gave up a line drive home run, and Galvin's a good hitter, and he got him a fastball, and he didn't miss it. But yeah, it was a good win for us. We did just enough to find a way to win.
For Gage, I mean, not only just coming back, but looking this good the past 2 weekends, how big is that for his confidence? And was this kind of what you were expecting, maybe, given what you've seen from him, bullpen and rehabbing and everything, that it would be such a seamless transition those last 2 starts?
Probably a little better than I thought. I mean, honestly, because it's like he's picking up right where how he was throwing the ball in Arlington, which was really good when he took himself out of the game. Just peppering both sides of the plate. This is his 3rd time out. The first time he really didn't have breaking ball. Last week at Florida, he had a good breaking ball. Tonight, he had a really good breaking ball. His fastball's electric, and got a lot of carry, tough to hit. And when he's ahead in the count, it's tough to hit. And yeah, probably, pretty excited about what I'm seeing.
And then you follow that with Gabe and Aiden, I think second straight game 2 that you've gone with that approach. I mean, what is it about, obviously 3 really good pitchers. Is there something that maybe makes that combination a little extra difficult, just having them follow each other like that?
I don't know if it's anything different to the other team or their hitters. We just, obviously we had a chance to win the game, and you're playing a team that's ranked number 1 in the country. They don't lose very many games. They're explosive. They can come back. We just felt like those are the guys we needed to go with. Had a chance to win it. Let's win it.
Commanding pair of wins here against number 1 Texas after a rough few weekends. What was maybe said or done since last weekend to facilitate this kind of a bounce back?
Well, probably more than anything, we got a little rest. And, guys, I've said it, the Southeastern Conference is tough, man. There's not much difference between the best team in the league and the 8th best team in the league. 1 through 8, probably pretty close. And, sometimes just about who's healthy, who's hot, whatever. We didn't say, hey, we've got to win this series and we've got to do this. No reason to throw that on them. These guys are smart. They know what's up. I think they just been solid, coming back, getting a little bit of rest, playing at home, just doing what we need to do. And that was obviously win this series, and, we have a chance to sweep it, so we're going to do everything we can to do it.
What was your perspective on that play in the 7th, where Helfer caught the foul pop-up and y'all were able to double him up?
The 2 runners didn't know how many outs there were. That's about all I know. I couldn't believe. I looked up, and I was just hoping Ryder would catch the ball. I look up, and I see one guy standing at third, the other guy's halfway to second. I was a little confused. We started screaming to throw the ball to first. I think the umpire thought we were yelling at him because he started saying stuff. But, I don't know. Maybe the runner at first saw the runner at second run, so he ran. Or they both didn't know how many outs there were, one or the other.
And when you drew it up, did you want to go 4 for Wood, 3 for Gackle, 2 for Jimenez, or is that just kind of how it played out?
Well, it'd been nice if Gackle could have gone another inning, but he gives up to 60 pitches, I think, and we just felt like that was enough. And we've got a lot of guys that can pitch tomorrow, as they do. So, that we just felt like we ought to just go for it.
With Gage, he was keeping them off balance. I mean, with his pitch selection, like they were just guessing a lot at that. What did you think about that, and how much does Ryder have to do with that?
Well, Ryder has a lot to do with it. I mean, he's got pretty good feel back there, and Gage can shake him if he wants, or we call in a pitch if Ryder puts it, if we call in a pitch and the pitcher doesn't want it, he can shake it. And but I think Ryder has a really good feel back there. Knows what he's, what he thinks the hitter's maybe looking for, moving around the box a little bit, or just what our pitchers, at the time is really commanding. I thought, moving to Gack a little bit, I thought he had a lot of close misses, as did Gage Wood. And the most confusing thing is one's Gage and one's Gabe. I keep trying to make sure I tell you the right name there, but yeah, I thought they were both really good tonight.
I know you've talked about this, but was there a challenge to the starters this weekend to give you some length that you've missed the last few weeks?
Yeah, I'd have to say there's a little bit of that going on. It's not like in front of the whole team. It's probably more individually, and sometimes it's, hey, why don't you come meet with me for a minute? And sometimes it's, I'm going to make sure I run into him and have a little conversation. And I think the pitchers appreciate it. I think that, if I have something to say to them and I call them in and talk to them a little bit, I think they appreciate that too. And I've done that a couple times in the last couple of weeks. But Coach Hobbs handles most of that when it comes to the pitchers.
And then with both of your starters, I mean, both of them avoided the long inning where they threw 20-plus pitches this week.
Yeah.
How much of that is strike zone? Or is there something else going on there?
Well, I just think they're locating a little better and they're getting some outs, and they're not, you're not walking people. I mean, we've done a great job. We walked 2 tonight. I don't know, what did we walk, 1 or 2 last night, something like that. And that's where your pitch count gets up there. When you start walking people, a lot of full counts, and you foul off 2 pitches and you walk somebody. You just threw 8 or 9 pitches to one guy, and it gets a little tough. But we've avoided that the first couple of games.
Guy to kind of get the first crack at their starting pitching. I mean, how important has he been?
Yeah, yesterday he had a double down the line in the second. Tonight we thought he really hit that ball good, but we didn't think it was going to get out of the park. And the wind really wasn't blowing, but I guess it had a lot of backspin on it. It kept traveling. Obviously, that was huge because when the ball was hit, I mean, I made the comment, man, he just missed it. And then it kept going, and yeah, it spun out of there. But no, it's good to see him, contributing and, going the other way like that. It was big. I think he got hit by 2 pitches tonight, and maybe he had a walk. He was on base a lot.
To a big early lead, do you think that makes teams kind of more prone to falling asleep on the bases later? Or?
I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I don't think so. I just think, I don't know. You have to ask Sam on that one.
Starter, he was avoiding fastballs against the Aloys in the second inning. He didn't throw one to Vahiba, and then he didn't throw one to Cahill until the double that he hit.
Yep.
I mean, what can you say about just staying locked in and taking advantage of that one pitch that he got?
One thing about Cahill, and you've seen he's got tremendous bat speed. It's hard to sneak anything by him. You might be able to fool him, but as far as getting a fastball by him, even though you've thrown him nothing but breaking balls, and that's all he saw that at bat, 2 of them. Maybe his changeup in there. Yeah, it was just a great job of recognizing the pitch and just, hammering it. The ball kind of backed up. It didn't hook. It kind of started moving to the right. Excuse me.
Dave, you know who you're starting tomorrow?
No, not yet. Not 100%. We were just talking about in the dugout a little bit, but I'll tell you this: it'll either be a right-hander or a left-hander. So.
Yesterday, we forgot to ask you an update on Wiggins. Do you have the results back from that second MRI?
Yeah, so far so good. Just let it heal. So that's what it is right now. So that's good news.
Feels like once a weekend we ask you about a nice Vahiva play. That one in the 5th when they had runners on 2nd and 3rd. I mean, he makes it look so routine. Can you speak maybe to the difficulty of that play, what makes it difficult, and why he just makes it look easy out there?
He really attacked that ball. It was hit to his right, and him cutting down the distance between the ball, him and first base, and then the release accurate. Definitely saved a run there. I mean, he could have, he could have thrown that ball away easy. Plus, the grass is wet. I think that's a little bit what happened on the second play when he made a throwing error, which is very rare for him. The ball, you could see it from the dugout, just kind of took off a little bit, so it was really wet. He did make it look easy. It was a really difficult play.
Jimenez is coming off an arm injury last year. How have you seen him ramp up and really coexist with this team?
Yeah, I mean, he's he's super hard worker, and I've said it a few times in the fall. We were talking with him, and even when we signed him, it was like, hey, you come in this year, see if we can get you ready for the spring. If not, we'll get you ready for next year. And about 10 months in, right around the Christmas break, we're going, he's throwing pretty good. So we just got to take our time with him, and he just keeps getting better and better, and he's big and strong, and you saw it, he's throwing 96. I don't know if maybe touched 97 or not, but he's just a hard worker. He's strong, and he's way ahead of schedule.